Mighty Fish Podcast. I, as always, am Josh, and I am joined by my colleague...
Hello, and welcome to the Mighty Fish Podcast.
Son of a bitch. I thought you were waiting for me. You're just staring at me.
I'm Ryan.
I'm not doing this.
How you doing today, Josh?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I am doing very well. Let's jump right into this, Josh.
Oh,
we don't have a lot of time.
We don't.
Well, we do, but we got a lot to cover, I should say.
There's a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss.
So we are gonna kick this one off with the biggest release in November. We've both seen it.
Yeah, you just saw it.
I just saw it a couple hours ago, maybe an hour ago.
It's fresh in your mind.
It is. It is called Thor Ragnarok by the people who brought you Thor: The Dark World
and Thor the Thor.
Yeah, exactly. You know what movie we're talking about.
Thor the blonde guy.
So, let's get into it. I will start, and I will let you chime in.
Okay.
So, Thor Ragnarok. It is the third Thor movie. It's directed by Taika Waititi,
whose praises we have sung before.
We have
on this very podcast.
On an earlier episode, we talked about his last movie, Hunt for the Wilder People, which was just magnificent.
Probably one of the best comedies I've ever seen.
Yes, yeah.
Just magnificent.
It's just well, I was saying that because it was called The Magnificent Wilder People.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Because we talked about Magnificent Seven and Wilder People in the same episode.
Oh, we did.
So it was a callback.
Wow, well done, man. You remember the titles.
I do. So let me tell you.
The only one I remember is Hell or High Hamburger.
That was a good one because it was about Hell or High Water and hamburgers.
And hamburgers, yeah.
Mostly, which I guess we should. I don't know if we brought it up before, but you go on a rant in that episode.
Yes, I do.
About the breakfast burger from Carl's Jr.
Yes.
And how it is not available all day long.
Yeah.
Well, we should say.
It is in multiple forms.
You're a great victory.
You're fucking welcome, America. Mm-hmm. I brought you that.
Not only can you get a breakfast burger, they've made the double breakfast burger and the breakfast thick burgers.
Yes.
So you changed the game.
I have pat myself on the back for that for several months. I don't think I've ever talked about it, but that victory was mine. It was a long, hard-fought campaign. I tweeted. I emailed, I comment carded.
That's true.
I think I even spoke to a couple managers.
He did this. This is a true story.
Yeah. You're welcome, America. I'm not the hero you want, but I'm the one you deserve.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
So back to Thor Ragnarok. So I just got back from the theater, got something to eat, I'm ready to talk about this movie. I kind of buried the lead there with you. I loved this movie an insane amount.
You were telling me that it's probably your favorite.
It is my favorite Marvel movie by a wide margin.
By a country mile.
By a country mile. That being said, I want to say this doesn't fit. Well, it doesn't. It does not fit the Marvel movie formula, other than what you would expect. It has returning characters from other movies, etc., etc. There's always a tie-in that it's going to, in a post-credit scene. And,
it's some kind of foreshadowing.
It's got all of that, but this fucking, other than Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which I also loved and said might be one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
This one just goes full retard, and I completely appreciate it. It's a sci-fi fantasy mixed
in its purest form.
Yeah, and it's mixed in with some harder sci-fi imagery, like even Blade Runner-esque holograms and cityscapes.
No, it has a lot of that. It has a lot the planet that they're on, Sakaar or whatever it is, has a lot of that cyberpunk type of imagery.
Yeah.
That we saw in things like Blade Runner 2049 and Blade Runner the original and that one that we will never speak of that we watched.
Yeah.
Not gonna talk about that movie ever.
Oh Jesus, yeah, no.
Yeah. You know the one.
Yeah, I realized. Yeah, I'd almost forgotten about it. So yeah, I when the movie started up, I'm just like, all right, this is weird.
Oh, the beginning of the movie's great.
Yeah, played for laughs.
Yeah, when he's doing the spinny thing, and
Yeah.
the bad guy's trying to do his bad guy monologue.
Yeah, a seemingly inconsequential bit. That shows back up later on. And
Yeah.
just it was just a delight, Josh. My feelings are pretty much that. I'd like to hear what
It was an
have.
absolute dream.
Yeah, I would like to hear what you thought of the movie, and we can kind of discuss from there, because I know you liked the movie.
I liked it a lot,
but
I have.
you've had time to sit on it as well.
Yeah, I saw it opening night.
Yeah.
I have a couple niggles with it, but it's not anything that really I feel like affects the overall movie, because I had a lot of fun with the film. Some of it that I had a problem with, they could have toned back the comedy in a bit, because this one's straight. It's wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a comedy like Spider-Man was.
No.
But it's super funny. But dude, I loved the design of the movie, and I told you when we were talking about the trailer,
Yes,
how much I was looking forward to this, because it's the first one I've ever seen that fully embraces some of the more comic booky looks, and they just straight to, like, everything in this movie is Jack Kirby, and I absolutely love that. There's Jack Kirby with a little bit of what looks like Mobius, and I fucking loved, just on the aesthetics of the movie alone, I was very pleased. I like that Thor is cocky, arrogant, to the point of laughability. Like he's a dumbass. He's a dumbass.
Yeah.
And he's hysterical. I loved it. I loved the way they did Thor in this. They got away from the mopey, dramatic Thor that I feel like they were trying to go for with, like, Dark World and Age of Ultron.
Yeah, they even say, like, I came back to space in the 9 realms to do something important.
Oh yeah, that was super funny.
Done, so now I'm dicking around.
And that opening monologue he's giving to a skeleton.
Yeah.
Which I love. He's like, I went around, tried to find these Infinity Stones, didn't find shit.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. They kind of poke fun at some of the more dramatic moments of Thor's history, cinematic history.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. I loved him in Loki a lot. I felt like...
I mean, as always, to be completely fair, like, as always, Loki...
is a piece of shit.
Is just... Well, yeah, is a great part of any movie he's in.
Yeah, exactly. No, Tom Hiddleston is great, and I want to see... I don't know a lot of the movies that he's done. I need to find more, because I think he's a good actor. I really like watching him. And he brings a whimsy, I think, to it. While being such a sadistic piece of shit, he has a whimsy about him that I think is great, that befits being the trickster god. I think that's fantastic. But I really liked their interaction the most out of this one. I liked their brotherly moments in the other movies, but in this one, I like that they're just... There's no, like, there's one point in the movie where he's gonna get one over on Thor, and Thor's like, you do this all the time.
You're too predictable now. Yeah.
He's like, I get it, dude. He's like, you're always gonna suck, and I'm always gonna try to stop you. That's the way it is. You know, there's no, you can't fool me anymore.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great, dude, where they're trying to avoid those steps again while doing them. Mm-hmm. And I think that was great. The only thing that I had a real big problem with was, much like my problem with Ant-Man, there's clearly an idea here that somebody else wanted to do, and I felt like somebody was like, well, you have to do this too.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was the bits with Hela and everything. Well, they were great, and I thought Kate Blanchett was amazing. It's just, I was much more interested in them overthrowing that planet.
Yeah.
With Jeff Goldblum. I would have liked a totally separate story that didn't have to do with, monologuing bad guy. I much more enjoyed Jeff Goldblum just being a wacky, aloof, clueless tyrant. I was much more interested in that.
Yeah, and that's fair.
That's my biggest problem with the movie.
I didn't think about the oversaturations of villains type thing. I was more...
There was just an underdevelopment of Jeff Goldblum, and I
Yeah.
felt like they should have spent more time with him. And maybe built to... Maybe in the next movie we come back and we take... we battle with Hela and
Yeah,
stuff like
possibly.
that.
See, but the thing there is, and a reason that I like it so much, is that when I say sci-fi fantasy, is a mixture of sci-fi fantasy and fantasy that, like, Thor is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, like, the epitome of that.
Oh, it's great. Because they
Asgard is so different than everything else going out there in the nine realms, the cosmos, and whatever.
Yeah.
No,
because you
got solid, like, fantasy evil mixed in with, like, now I'm on this junker
the
planet
magic and the science,
Yeah.
and then you get the spaceships, because you get this great blend of the crazy Marvel cosmic, which we get with Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yes.
and then you get the Thor elements, where it's much more of a sci-fi fantasy kind of magic is science, science is magic kind of thing, with the typical Thor movies. And I liked that a lot. I liked that we did bright, colorful, crazy Marvel cosmic, and then we also had the I liked that a lot. It's just I felt like Cate Blanchett did too much exposition.
Oh, okay.
And it was just like she has her I'm the typical Marvel bad guy plan. And then, like, Jeff Goldblum, who is so bizarre and so different from any other villain that we've ever had, I wanted more of him. And just, like, not just, like, I'm going to take over this and then I'm going to bring the apocalypse.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get away from that and do much more of Goldblum, just like fighting, like Prince John or the Sheriff of Nottingham type of story, where you're just going to free some people. This guy's an asshole. It's a simpler story, and I would have liked something a little bit different, but it's not. It didn't really ruin the movie for me. I had too much fun.
Yeah, for me, obviously, Jeff Goldblum is just so awesome. You're like, oh, I'd like to see more of that, and him be more of a...
He is, like, at 11 in this movie.
Yeah.
He is as Jeff Goldblum-y as you're gonna get.
Yeah. So obviously, wanting to see that is good. The reason I thought Cate Blanchett, by the way, they obviously had Cate Blanchett with the budget on this one.
Oh yeah.
So the reason I liked her so much is because it worked in freeing Thor from that serious, bound by honor kind of thing, because it destroyed the whole facade of Asgard.
Oh yeah.
And made it feel more like Thor running around doing his thing and Loki being weird, and like Asgard, like Asgard was kind of fucked up. It's like Odin was trying to keep it under control, but like shit was going wrong there.
Yeah,
and it wasn't to the point of like, oh, they have this foe who hates them. Yeah. It's just like, no, this was almost his own doing.
Yeah, no, and I liked that a lot. That there was and that plays into like the actual myth of the Norse gods and stuff, and Asgard and Odin and everything, where they were their own undoing by letting mistakes happen because they were arrogant.
Yeah.
And that's...
So she represented that, which was good, because we needed to get rid of Asgard, the place. Yeah. And like for him to go and him to be an important and like, no, he needs to just be running around doing his thing.
And oddly enough, the Immigrant song is very, very apropos of the story of the movie, especially by the end. Mm-hmm. Like, it makes a lot of sense. And I like the way that they use that song throughout the whole movie. Yeah. And speaking of which, the soundtrack in this was great.
Yeah,
dude.
It's good.
I absolutely done by the guy who one of the leads for Devo.
Oh, okay.
The founder of Devo, I think he did it. I read that somewhere. And so you get the generic orchestral bits, but then all of a sudden it's you get those John Carpenter, synth type Vangelis type of stuff going on in it, and I'm a big fan of like the Stranger Things soundtrack and stuff like that, and it was cool to hear it. And I love Jeff Goldblum making his own like new wave music.
Oh yeah.
That was super funny. Yeah, dude, it's like I said, dude, stupid nitpicks. Mm-hmm. And I feel like being upset that there's a bit of Marvel in a Marvel movie is just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's just, and I like that it wasn't all that. I just wish that it hadn't been there.
Yeah, I feel you.
In the same movie, like maybe the next movie we try to stop Hela.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, for whatever reason, the fact that it was like a mix and you had more going on than just like him struggling to get back there. Like, he's got Hulk there and he's dealing with that, which is
so
hilarious.
More gladiator fights would have been cool.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, him trying to reason with the Hulk and reason with Banner. Nah, dude, I hate the Hulk. I like you way more. Like, nah, dude, Banner sucks.
Dude, he does the same story to
like,
Banner that he did to Hulk and everything.
He just doesn't care.
No, he's completely self-serving. He's clearly learned his lesson that he had to learn in the first Thor movie, but he's still just at his core, just cocky, arrogant, you need to do what I want you to do kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I loved that. Those bits were great. I love that they do callbacks all the time, like Banner's wearing Tony's clothes, and they make fun of the fact that his pants are so tight. And when Thor tries to calm Hulk down.
Yeah, that does not work.
Hey, big guy. Yeah. Sun's getting real low. And then when he's trying to calm Banner, when Banner's starting to stress out, he's like, sun's going down. Sun's going down. Sun's getting real. Oh, the sun's so low. It's going down. And I was like, that's true. That didn't make any sense to me in Age of Ultron. Was that like a phrase or something? And clearly it's not. It's just Black Widow.
Yeah, it's just her sweet talking him.
Yeah. That was absolutely great, especially when he does it in the ring and fucking Hulk just knocks him through the window.
It does that.
Yeah,
because then Loki goes, "Yeah, that's what
Loki
it feels like."
Gets so pumped. He's like, "No, you know what it feels like." Just a big fan. That was great. Yeah, dude, it was fun. I liked the Valkyrie character. I liked that you got a little bit of Thor's history through talking to her.
Yeah.
Like, he is kind of the way he is because he idolized these chicks, these warrior chicks. Dude.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
A little bit of continuity issues there with Lady Sif.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. All the warriors show up, his buddies, except for Sif.
She had filming
What you
issues.
doing, Blindside or whatever?
Yeah, she had scheduling issues. But, I mean, like, the fact of, like, who convinced everybody that a lady could be a good warrior?
Oh, yeah.
And, I did.
I did, yeah. Not really.
And I'm like, oh, no, they had a bunch of Pegasus riding badass ladies already.
Yeah, they were dope.
I liked.
I thought Hell's powers would be a little bit more raising the dead kind of based, and it turns out she just throws knives.
Less just throwing weird glass. Dragon glass.
Speaking
knives.
of that, Carl Urban terribly underused.
I
was very disappointed in Scourge.
That might be one.
Scourge.
That might be one of my gripes. I'm not big on the whole you have star power and they're underused.
I enjoy Carl Urban, and I thought the character could have been great, and he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I know. So it's like an underwritten character is an underwritten character, sure, but it's like, they cast him for this character. Is the character bad, or am I just upset that I didn't get more of him? It's kind of a slippery slope. So I don't speak to that. That being said, the character was stupid because his arc was I'm incompetent.
Now
I want to prove myself, and I'm a scaredy cat. Then I'm a dick. Then I got the time to prove myself and kind of just used my guns.
Yeah.
Funny at the end, I guess, but
yeah,
because it was funny watching a guy in medieval armor used to
M16s.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny. But overall, I agree. So it was a double whammy. It's you had Carl Urban for such like a whatever character.
Mm-hmm. But I love that they just go full bananas comics with this, dude. Like, Hulk's fighting fucking a giant wolf. He's fighting Fenris.
Yeah.
I thought that was badass. I wanted to see a little bit more of that fight. Hulk trying to take on a god. That was really cool. Hulk was great in this movie. I really, really liked Hulk, dude. I like that Hulk talks. Mm-hmm. And I like that they explain that a bit. Like, they deal with the fact that he's not just the mindless ape that he was.
Yeah, it's because he just took over.
Yeah, he's been Hulk for so long that it's Hulk has evolved.
Yeah.
I thought that was great, dude.
has friends and whatever.
Yeah, and I love his little tantrum when Thor picks a fight with him, and he does that little like a pow, because it's just like, oh, he is just like a giant toddler.
Simpleton,
yeah, he's a giant toddler. That's adorable. I really, and I like that you can tell that it's Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah,
doing the
mocap.
The mocap. Thank you, the mocap, because it's so his face, dude, and it's great. I think that's great that they're still doing that, because in the other movies he's not. He's always somebody else, or they just completely CGI'd his face and stuff like that. And I loved that he was still Mark Ruffalo doing Mark Ruffalo. I would have liked a little more Banner. I think he would have been really interesting in the sci-fi setting, but I don't regret that. That's what I'm saying. Every time I talk about one thing I didn't like, I'm just like, yeah, but this was so cool.
But it did this, yeah, because it's like I forgot about the Banner thing. Like, it's like, oh God, like I'm here. He's like, what? It's a planet. You've been on a planet.
You've been on a planet, but this is a different planet. I know now. You've been to 2.
Like that. You're just on a planet. You've been on a planet before.
Yeah. The improv is great. Like I said, sometimes it doesn't work entirely, but there are some genuinely funny bits.
Like you said, it's ramped up in the comedy but it's still somewhat in the same vein as what we've seen before. There are times where it's like, oh, they let them riff a bit.
Yeah.
And they thought this one was so funny, they left it in.
There was one in particular that you and I talked about where it's just like, I hope he came up with that on his own.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Super good. So a few times you're like, okay, I get it. Most of it worked pretty perfect.
Oh, yeah. The lighter tone for Thor, it's funny because like all Marvel movies have these quippy kind of...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But like for Thor, it was so different, and it wasn't it wasn't a fish out of water kind of thing.
Nope. Like
it normally is. It's just you're in his world, and this is his world, and it is outlandish and weird and crazy and wacky, and it's that's one of the things that I love the most about it, dude.
Yeah.
It's just the totally outlandish. This isn't something that you've really seen before, while it's something you've seen before kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really happy that it didn't go down the road that you and I had talked about being kind of afraid of, where it just felt like it was doing Guardians of the Galaxy, the Thor edition. Mm-hmm. And it didn't seem that way. It was entirely different.
It was still entirely based on like Thor's thing.
Yeah.
Like, although his thing is kind of evolved, it's like, his thing. That's how I mean that. It wasn't like all of a sudden he's just like a scoundrel in like a fucking sci-fi city.
Yeah.
And like, we need to get some badass.
Exactly. No, he's always Thor. Mm-hmm. And that's what's great, dude.
Yeah.
I love how they use Loki in this movie. He is the ultimate in shithead, dude. He's just, everything he does is for himself. And it's almost like, I think Thor said it at some point, like, you can't help it, Mm-hmm. He can't, dude. Like, there is a part where he does something, he doesn't even need to do this. It's going to be beneficial for him to not do this. Mm-hmm. And he goes ahead and does it, and Thor's just like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm way ahead of you, dude. This has you written all over it. I'm not stupid. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I genuinely enjoyed it. The post-credit scenes, I was kind of like,
they were whatever. They haven't been good in a long time.
No.
Because, like, I know, you're going to make another goddamn movie. They don't ever show anything substantial.
No, yeah. And it's just like, you get your lead into Infinity, and...
Yeah, it's not like Nick Fury all of a sudden. I was like, oh, I was on that planet too.
Yeah, that would be, something or like that.
He finally finds out that Coulson is still alive.
Oh, yeah. No, they just know he's alive. Remember? Because what was it? Age of Ultron?
Age of Ultron. Like,
Coulson gave us that info.
But Thor is never there to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
And because we were really into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at that time. Uh-huh. And Lady Sif comes and he's like, oh, don't tell him. I'm going to let him know in person.
Yeah. Never does. Yeah, no, I missed the Son of Cole and all that stuff. That was great. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But yeah, dude, it's never anything crazy, like, because that would blow my mind, and I'd be like, holy shit, this is a great post-credit scene.
Yeah.
If we saw Fury, or like you said, maybe he comes through a portal and talks to Coulson or some shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
It seems like everything has just gotten further and further away from each other. Like, look at Inhumans. I think that show got canceled.
Oh, yeah?
I think so, dude.
Oh, I heard it was really, really
I heard
bad.
it's terrible. Yeah, I heard it was terrible. But, like, I think it was done by the same dude that did Iron Fist, so that doesn't surprise me at all.
Interesting. But yeah, man. I mean, not only is it like my favorite Marvel movie, but I'm just like, dope, dude. Like, I'm gonna watch like Warcraft, Thor Ragnarok. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know what's funny is it made me think a lot of the Warcraft movie, dude. Because it's just bananas, dude. They're just like, hey, we're gonna give you a goofy, cool.
There was a Balrog that just destroyed Asgard with a big fiery sword.
Yeah, yeah. There's a giant moving billboard of Jeff Goldblum being Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Like he's escaped, and we my children. I'll bring him back. I need him.
I
need him. My champion. Oh, he's so mean. He's so mean. He took my champion. Oh, this can't happen. Go find him for me. Yeah? Okay. He's so bananas, and I want more guys like him. I loved him, and I loved the Collector from the first Guardians, Benicio del Toro.
Mm-hmm.
And
I look forward to whatever the hell Benicio del Toro is in the new Star Wars as well.
Oh, is he in the new Star Wars?
Indeed, Reno.
Well, I did not know that.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
Now you know.
Spoilers with you all the time. But, no,
I think that's
if I remember
news.
right,
that was like Lord Dern style news. Everybody knows that.
Lord Dern.
Lord Dern.
Lord Dern. Anyway, no, and if I remember their characters correctly, they're brothers. They're related somehow. The Collector and the Grandmaster.
Oh, okay.
They're somehow related. It all came from Thanos' Infinity Story and those crazy days when Jim Starlin was doing just a shit ton of cocaine and writing the Marvel Cosmic back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Which is why all this shit's so weird.
Yeah.
And so wonderful.
No, and that's why it's great.
Yeah, dude, dude. I would love to see the two of them interact. It's great. No, and like I was telling you earlier, the whole time I'm watching this movie, I'm like, they need to do Flash Gordon now.
Yeah.
You can do Flash Gordon like this, and it would be great. I would love to see this type of film with Flash Gordon. Just embrace the cheese with it and run. Just have a good time. Go nuts with it, man. People are far more accepting these days of that kind of weirdness than they were.
Flash Gordon.
Than they were.
Quarterback. New York Jets.
Go, Flash, go. Yeah. We're much more accepting of that these days than immediately following Star Wars.
Definitely. Like, it, you know, as much as I was down on, like, nobody's going to go see a cinematic masterpiece like Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
There are people, the general audiences are still seeing things like Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, yeah.
And shit like this. That is weird, and not just the chamomile breakfast society. You know what I mean? It's like, and not, Valentine's Day and the new Jigsaw movie and shit. Like, people are seeing that shit, but people are also seeing this, and it's giving people different tastes.
Yeah.
Smaller movies and more artful movies and stuff like that are at the wayside, but it's sneaking into these bigger blockbusters.
Yeah, I think like when it comes to Disney, they're kind of like letting go of the reins a little bit more. Because I really no.
Well, as far as the saga, it seems like everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Well, everybody involved except for what's his name, but
yeah.
It's funny. I don't know if we ever talked about it on the podcast, but I had said some shit like, I didn't think he was ever going to direct Colin Trevorrow. Oh. I did not have faith he was ever going to direct that movie.
No.
Like, they announced it so far in the future. I'm like, I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I'm real glad he's not.
Yeah, and everybody should be glad he's not.
Everyone should be, dude. That guy is one of the most boring, overrated filmmakers of all time.
Yeah, but, when it comes... Because even, like, Taika Waititi did a tweet or something about Like, he would never do a Star Wars movie because he likes to finish his movies. Like, can't just get rid of people left and right. So,
exactly.
But you're right. When it comes to Marvel, they're just printing money. I don't know why I don't know why everybody's so worried about Star Wars. They're canceling games. They're fucking firing directors left and right. Like,
well, EA's just loving wasting that IP that they had to get the rights to.
Yeah, like, and there's more to that. They've like, this isn't a gaming podcast. We'll skip over it.
We could do.
But
it
yeah, no,
day.
but they're let them make Tron 2 or Tron 3.
Yeah,
sorry,
Tron 3. Yeah. I know you were real sore about that one because we talked about it, I think, in the last podcast.
Because I'm just like, let people make weird stuff if they're passionate about it and it looks cool.
Dude,
like
passion projects are some of the best. Dude.
Yeah, like they're basing the Tron thing off of Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
And it's like Tomorrowland looked like it was fucking written by a committee of assholes somewhere at Disney.
Yeah.
Like they
spent so much money.
They were under in the secret lair in the fucking Matterhorn and were just like, how can we make this movie?
It's just a round table.
Well, we need
and like 4 guys in
who's
suits.
Likable? George Clooney.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I wish George Clooney would disappear. Fucking tired of George Clooney. You know, and it pisses me off because I'm like, there's so much Coen Brothers goodness when it comes to...
I know. I want to see Suburbicon, but it's directed by Clooney. And I'm like, he has made maybe 2 good movies where he was helping.
I'm like, Coen Brothers, write a movie, direct a movie, and put him in it. That's
exactly.
That's when this relationship works out.
Yeah. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar.
Intolerable Cruelty. Yeah, dude. He does great work when he's being told what to do.
Yeah, I'm like, don't write a good script and let this asshole ruin it. Have you seen Monuments Men?
Oh, you're never gonna let that one go.
No. So, but you're right. Like, we're getting more and more of this, and while the Marvel and superhero fatigue is setting in for real.
Oh yeah.
The fact that they're kind of just being like, make solo movies.
Yeah.
And then get to the fucking bunch of superheroes standing around punching each other movies. Yeah, that everybody loves. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm over it now. I don't care. I'll watch those and I'll be like, eh. But the fact that like we can make Guardians and make shit like this and like hopefully fucking Cap goes back to getting his own fucking movies.
Yeah, I would love.
And we can watch
Cap.
a good fucking
Taskmaster.
Yeah, first of all, Taskmaster.
I know,
but make a good World War II movie or fucking.
Oh yeah, go back like I was saying in one of the podcasts. Like go back and give me some. Go into that montagey bit and just pick out a chunk of time and be like, now he's fighting Baron Zemo.
Yeah, make a whole fucking intelligence agency sabotage and movie like.
Mm-hmm.
That works.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make a horror movie with mutants in it though.
Well, New Mutants just looks weird because, like I was saying, it's every 90s high schooler horror film that I've ever seen. And it's just weird that they're going in that direction to introduce a team. Like, it's odd. I like that they're doing different things. I don't like that.
No, sir. Things I do like, though. So anyway, Thor Ragnarok, go check it out. Things I do like, sir.
Thor Ragnarok was a great movie. As we warned within the last episode, from here on out, extreme spoilers. We're going into Stranger Things 2. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers.
Indeed-erino. Stranger Things, Josh. I'll let you take the lead on this bad boy.
My love for Stranger Things is deep and wide.
Nice.
Sounds
hot.
Oh God, I don't even know where to start. I love that we pick up with the kids and everything. Like you get the Halloween thing, and they're all putting their costumes together, and they're all the Ghostbusters. Yeah. I love
they're not all the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, they are. They're all the Ghostbusters.
There's 2 Venkmans.
Oh yeah. No, I meant all the kids were Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, but they're not all. No, the Ghostbusters.
But that led into what I was going to talk about next. The argument between Lucas and Mike over who was going to be Venkman is hysterical to me. He's like, You're the only one that can be Winston. Why? Because I'm black.
Yeah. Well, if he's so cool, why don't you be him? I can't be him.
I
Why?
can't
Because
be
you're not black.
Why? Because you're not black. No one wants to be Winston. And I was like, hold up, dude. I like Winston.
I know, it's a little rough, right?
Winston was cool. Winston. But I remember being a kid watching Ghostbusters and being like, Winston sucks. Like, I didn't appreciate Winston until I was an adult.
Yeah, he's late to the party. Like,
yeah.
You don't care at that point.
Yeah. You don't notice that he's the everyman that just wants a job.
Yeah.
And fine, whatever goes.
He didn't start this mess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just there for gainful employment.
Exactly. He just wants a job.
Yeah.
He'll believe anything you say as long as there's a steady paycheck in it. But I loved that. God, dude, I'm drawing a complete blank after I said all that shit about loving the movie, loving Stranger Things so much. I liked Will a whole lot in this. I know you didn't like him.
Well, let me tell you about it. Okay, so it starts and it's cool because it's the kids and they're going about their life, but like Mike is obviously missing Elle and all that, and there's a little bit of tension within the group.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to Will, everybody's super worried about him because he's fucked up.
Yeah.
Post-traumatic stress, they think, but he's clearly phasing in and out between the Upside Down and this world.
He keeps having, what are they called? Episodes.
Episodes.
Yeah.
And genuinely, some fucking scary shit that like got me spooked, right? Spooked, I told you. Yeah. When he goes to the Upside Down and the Shadow Monster finally knows that he's there. Like
God.
Before
was episode 1, wasn't it? When it like unfurls and looks down at him.
1 or 2, before he actually gets fucked up by it later. Mm-hmm. And it takes him basically, but he's still in our world. It's when he's hiding from it, it's like super creepy.
It's scary, dude.
Yeah.
It was very, and I think that's why I like Will, because I think the kid that plays him does a great job. Like, the panic that he feels while hiding, like, you feel that panic. You're definitely with Will in that.
But once that was over, like, the suspense of what this means, I was kind of like, okay.
Yeah, then it kind of became like, we gotta look for Will, kind of thing.
Right,
no, I get you.
Fucking poor Will. Oh,
yeah.
Will.
Yeah.
Will. We can't do anything because of Will. And I'm just like, all right, fucking dude. Like, he's not even doing anything.
When we were watching the last episode, you were like, kill Will.
Oh, I'm like,
just kill Will. No, kill Will. Because if we do this, Will will die. Yeah, that's okay. You said out loud.
Yeah, exactly. I know I'm a monster, but like, yeah, no, and that. They like discuss real plans amongst the group.
Yes,
and they ask people what they know, and like it's a lot better than the first season when it comes to planning.
Yeah, like everyone else had their plan, and they went off and did whatever the fuck they wanted, and it affected everything, and it kind of worked out for the good, but it didn't make any sense, and that's where I feel like they were listening.
These people were working on assumptions sometimes as well.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, and nobody communicated with each other, so nobody knew that them beating the shit out of it and lighting it on fire was going to help Joyce and Hop, who are looking for Will in the Upside Down at the same time.
Exactly. So, like, yeah. So
in this one, it's fucking no. You try to get the thing out of Will. We're gonna go assault the place. Steve, stay here with the kids, and that's the only part of the plan that nobody knew about that helped out as well. And Steve with the kids is my absolute favorite part of the whole show.
Yeah, they nailed it. That's something I think they weren't planning on being so
apparently, they wrote themselves into the corner, kind of, with Dustin, because they were like, well, shit, Dustin's on his own. What do we do with Dustin? He needs help. He can't do this by himself. He needs help. Oh, wait, we left Steve with the worst plot line ever. We just had him break up with Nancy, and then he hasn't done anything for forever. We'll put Dustin and Steve together.
Yeah.
And Dustin and Steve is a beautiful thing.
It really is.
I loved it a lot. It kind of reminded me of my childhood, having like older kids that I knew that like I looked up to and wanted to be like, and
No,
And
they nail a lot of those, a lot of that
dude,
stuff.
And that's the
it's
thing.
not. It's not even like they nail the '80s style or like the '80s tropes or anything like that. Some of those things just make you think of being a kid in general.
Exactly. No, and that's the thing is they nail life. I think like a lot of the stuff feels realistic, and it's not nostalgia for the '80s. It's just reminders of when you were a kid and things that. It's more
it works even if you weren't a
reminiscent,
kid
I
in the
guess,
80s,
is better than nostalgia. Yeah, you don't have to be a kid in the '80s to appreciate some of this writing.
Exactly.
Like, and that's the one thing that like I like about it so much. It's just in a time where everything feels so produced and so exact, and everything's dialed in, and we have a formula for everything. This feels much more natural, and that's what I like about. That's what I love about the show. Much more like all the kids swearing. Like fucking Dustin has the dirtiest mouth of any kid I ever remember. And I remember kids when I was a kid that God damn it. And you're like, wow, he said the damn.
Yeah, damn.
You know, ooh, you said bastard. You know, and that's the thing. Like, but like, yeah, no, Steve and Dustin kind of spoke to me because I remember being that kid like Dustin, and then hanging out with an older kid and stuff like that, and just kind of like looking to them for advice without really saying I was looking to them for advice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, and just the way Steve takes to them, like, it's everybody talks about. I see it online. You all right?
Yeah,
man?
I'm all right.
Every time everybody talks online like it's his redemption arc, and I was like, wait a minute. Okay, Steve did one fucked up thing in season 1.
Yeah,
and then he was a solid dude for the rest of the show.
He didn't even do like are you talking about when he smashes Jonathan's camera?
No, I'm talking about the Nancy slut thing on the theater.
Oh yeah, that's right. And he got his ass kicked.
But those were his friends that did that, didn't he? And then it was all like he was trying to be cool with his douchebag friends who he rejects.
Yeah, and that same season he goes and helps like clean it. Remember?
He helps clean it up. He didn't have to fight that monster. He could have left. Nancy pulled a gun on him and he stayed.
Yeah, he's a solid dude. It's just Nancy was kind of a bitch.
And you know, it's heavily implied. It's heavily implied in season 2. He fucking bought Jonathan that camera.
Yeah.
Like, he bought him that camera and gave it to Nancy to give to him because, like, I don't know, trying to save face or something like that. Not letting Jonathan know or whatever. And speaking of Jonathan, like, you had a problem with Will.
Yeah.
Jonathan is fucking useless.
No, I agree. The buyers in general, because here's the thing.
Joyce steps up. I like Joyce a lot.
Sorry. Yeah, no, they fixed her character in this season.
A lot. She's great.
So, like, what I was talking about, they're doing planning, and then it's always just like, well, Will is like, he's like unconscious but a roadblock because we have to care about Will. And I'm just like, ugh, just kill Will. That'll get us over this really quick. Just, it was annoying. His character was just that after he was like, after he wasn't himself anymore, I barely cared.
Yeah. Dude, but that episode when they go and they start setting that tunnel on fire and he screams and starts seizing on the ground, that scared the shit out of me, dude.
That was the last moment where I was like into it. But Jonathan sucks the entire time.
Yeah, dude, he does nothing this whole season.
But I didn't think he was worth a damn in the first season either.
See, in the first season I was with him, dude, because he seemed like he was the rock, he was the foundation, and he was trying to hold that family together, trying to be there for his mom and keep her cool. Yes, he wasn't out there fighting or doing anything really with the Upside Down and stuff. Nancy was doing all that cool, crazy shit. But I liked that he was like the rock, dude, and he was just like, Mom, you have to calm down. We have to do this and this. And he went and got the dad, and that went sour and everything. Like, he seemed like he was going somewhere. By the end of the season, I was kind of disappointed in him. And then in this one, I just didn't fucking care about him at all, dude. The scene where I actually yelled at him, I was watching. It's the second episode right before Elle comes back, and Hop hands him that 22 and goes, "Do you know how to use this?" And he goes, "What?" I was like, "Are you pussy? Fucking take the gun!" And then thank God Nancy's there. She's like, "I got it." And I was like, "Nancy, you're the baddest ass in the whole
It's just a callback to who was going to carry the gun. Remember they went out and they shot the cans?
Oh, yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah, I know.
But it was still annoying.
It still just gets on my nerves because, like, part of being there and holding your family together is fucking protecting your family. And he is useless.
Crying and yelling at your mom.
He's just, exactly. And then he's just cowering in the corner. And I know Joyce is holding him. He's not holding Joyce. And then they go get the thing out of Will. And he's crying while Nancy's just patting him on the back, telling him it's okay. Because they're, roasting Will. But, like, it had to be
roasted him
done.
good. They were like, your fucking haircut sucks. Your
haircut
drawings
sucks. You look like Dorothy Hamill.
Yeah. Your drawings, while sometimes okay, are
neophyte
at
best.
Yes.
How did they figure out how to put the tunnels together?
Oh,
movie magic.
Yeah. Normally, I'm a man who would be like, "Good point," but I'm just like, you gotta let that one go.
Oh yeah, no, that's one that you just gotta yep. Like the lights made sense in the first one,
yeah.
And then in this one, I was just like that. Okay, you know what? Who cares?
Well, and not only that, like how do they know to be like, oh, it goes this way?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like
like,
how do they know? Like he gives them one that's just clearly a tube, and they're like, oh, it goes here in the kitchen.
Yeah.
How do you know? Well, because the lines are the same. What? They're all the same.
Maybe he numbered them on the corners.
Oh, he's got on the back. He just, in the midst of drawing in a fervor, he's drawing like A, B, C, A1, A2.
Exactly.
No, new characters.
New characters.
We got new characters this season.
I guess, you know what? Before we talk about the good ones, let's just address the elephant in the room. Episode 7 is not only a bad episode of Stranger Things, it is just like a bad piece of filmmaking.
Bad television.
Yeah, it's like, ugh.
No, it's just bad television. It felt like they were trying to plant seeds for season 3 or, God forbid, a spin-off series.
It smells of spinoff to me.
Okay, it smells of spin-off to you?
Because if they're going to try to do more of that in season 3, count me the fuck out.
Yeah, for real. I feel like you can bring 8 in and do stuff with 8. Elle in her quest meets another girl who had to do with the Department of Energy.
Yeah, who we were introduced to in the opening scene of the new season.
It is the biggest cliffhanger, and it's a big what the fuck?
It's a really cool, whoa, and then it fucking, ooh.
Yeah, they do not deliver on that promise at all, dude. No. She offers no insight. She doesn't...
Nope.
All the character development that's done for 11 in that episode is done on her own.
Yeah.
You don't need that episode.
No, 8 was like, oh yeah, I was there, and then I left. And you were there, and you learned everything.
Yeah, and you were there, and you stuck around for more. You can do cool shit. I can't do that, but you got a great gift. It's crazy. You should help me murder people with it.
Yeah. Me and my weird friends that I don't understand why we're friends.
Yeah, we have no motivation. We just like murdering and stealing from people. It's just, oh god, it was terrible.
Chicago.
Dude. And
there's not even a lot to say about it.
They gave her a cool look.
Yeah, it was a bland episode.
It
like
was
a CW.
Dude,
show.
It's a weak episode of even those shows.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah, like Agents of Shield, like pre-Winter
I've
Soldier.
I've seen
bad.
better episodes of Nikita than I did of that show.
Oh god, Nikita was.
But then I did that. Then that episode was. I mean,
it is the absolute worst episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it's just wow.
That episode was so
and
bad.
the problem is it would be it's a bad episode no matter what. Then the other reason that it's so hated,
it's so jarring because of the pacing.
The season is a slow burn up to a climax.
Oh,
and they leave you at the end of an episode with shit's about to get real.
Shit got
and then you
real,
have to sit through that fucking episode.
Yeah, and it's what the fuck, and she who said it? You tell me you saw somebody tweet it out. She left town to figure out she had to go back to town. As
Jay Ballman from Red Letter Media said, she left town to get the courage to go back to town, to get the motivation to go back to town.
Yeah, dude, it's dude. And that's the best summary of that. I mean, they gave her a cool outfit, and she looks super dope in the last episodes.
Her reveal to the group was legit. That's like the only thing that episode did.
Yeah. And like...
Which I'll say, while we were watching that episode, you had already seen it. But,
yeah. I had finished it like the night before.
Yeah, while I was watching that episode, I was like, oh no. And I had thought that it was Billy, because we'll get to the other newer characters. I thought that it was Billy was just going to come in and be like, I don't know what this dog is, but Maxine, you're coming home now.
Get over here, Maxine.
And then I honestly, in my brain, thought that idea was so funny that I almost believed it. And then, like, right before she entered, I was like, oh, it's Elle, I'm stupid.
That would have been hilarious. He's just got a dead one in his hand. He's just like, what the fuck, Maxine? You stupid freak friends and their weird dogs.
So, that being said, we'll get to the new characters, which are step siblings.
Yeah.
Max and Billy.
Billy and Max. And a lot of people, I guess, don't like Max. I thought Max was okay. I feel like some of her plot is a little shoehorned.
I don't like Max.
I need more time with Max to figure out where I am with Max. I thought she was okay.
Like, yeah, I thought she was alright. She's good at video games, rides a skateboard. Like, I got her deal.
Yeah.
The actress was good, so...
Yeah, I thought she did a good job. I thought she was a good actress. They just need to do more with her character.
Yeah.
Beyond being the other girl in the group.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be a really weird thing going on between her and Billy, and then...
Yeah, no, they build up Billy and Max like they're on the run or something like that. Like, I didn't even know if they had parents or something.
Yeah, I thought it was just like, oh, we're here, stuck here, hiding out.
It's all your fault.
We're not really related, and fuck you, and blah, blah, blah. And then
I almost thought that she was going to be another number.
Yeah, that's what I thought, too.
Or he was, or they both were, and they had escaped or some shit.
Or they were related to somebody or whatever.
Yeah, they were Papa's real kids.
Yeah, who fucking knows? But it just turns out he's a fucking asshole because his dad's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's a stereotypical plot line.
Yeah.
He just sucks because his dad sucks. But, like, of the two, I feel like Billy is a much stronger character.
Yeah, because...
physically and narratively.
Yeah, because he shakes things up for Steve, but Steve has his moments because of him. And
oh, yeah, no. Yeah, it's me, don't cream your pants.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably one of my favorite lines in the whole season. Dude, no, as soon as Billy showed up, I was like, don't fight him. Oh, God, don't fight him. He's a monster.
Yeah, just making waves in the town and new...
Yeah, oh, dude, his bit with Mrs. Wheeler.
Yeah.
I was like, well done, Billy. Because Mrs. Wheeler is a stone cold fox.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's it. And I told you about the little Easter egg thing, the romance book she's reading. On the cover, it's Billy.
It's just Billy.
Yeah, it's just Billy on the cover of a romance novel. And Ted is continuing to be the worst fucking character.
Yeah,
but, like, he's adorably terrible. Like, you're just rolling your eyes at how bad he is, but you laugh, too. Yeah. Dustin even calls him out on his bullshit.
Yeah. So they bring those two in to kind of just shake things up with some of the characters. Bring in new archetypes, new tropes, I guess.
Oh, yeah, well, because he's the crazy bad boy.
Yeah.
He's the Kiefer Sutherland character type.
And then we've got... Sean Astin.
Sean Astin, dude, my boy Sam. Fucking Rudy. Doing
Rudy.
A very, I want to say duplicitous character, but that's not right, because he wasn't duplicitous. He was almost a red herring at one point, because, like,
little bit.
You think he's just a goob and a goof, because he comes out of nowhere, and apparently he went to high school with Joyce and Hop.
Yeah.
But then he has these scenes with Will where it's like,
he's giving him bad advice.
He's giving him bad advice, and you're like, is he doing this on purpose?
Yeah.
Like
is he a computer guy at the lab?
Yeah, does he work at the lab? Does he, is he some kind of plant to keep an eye on them? Does he work? Is he somehow connected to the upside down?
Because with Paul Reiser, like, everybody was kind of just making a little uneasy at first.
Oh, yeah. Well, and Paul Reiser is just straight up Burke from Aliens, except at the end, he isn't Burke because he's not willing to let a child die for his own purposes.
Yeah.
I loved that part. That was probably the coolest, most quiet, badass scene in the whole series, where that guy's just like, so? And he's like, I dare you to say that to me again.
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck. Yeah, dude, no, I enjoyed Paul Reiser very much, but Bob, dude, I genuinely started to like Bob, and then they fucking killed him.
Yep. Somebody had
he
to
was
go.
like, it's like they took Benny from the first season and just stretched his storyline.
Yeah,
out.
yeah, exactly.
I was just like, fuck. There was no character this season to me that felt like Barb. Where I'm just like, yeah, she's gonna die or he's gonna die to further the plot. Like
that's true.
everybody
there was no Barb.
had a point, and I liked that.
Yeah. The only offshoot other than the episode 7 that was a piece of crap and worthless. The only one in the main mix was with Nancy and Jonathan going to the
with Murray.
Yeah, going to the investigator. It was pointless.
Because like it felt like it made sense and it was gonna go somewhere, but then everybody gets eaten at the lab.
But then when the action happens, it's like, well, this is pointless.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But I guess it shuts down whatever group that was.
Yeah.
So they can't come back there. But as much as I want to, I still don't completely trust Paul Reiser's character. And I feel like, well, now we know where she is.
See, but he's the one who's outed, specifically.
Yeah. Do you think that since the boys are moving to high school this next year that he's going to be their science teacher or something like that? Because you need a new Mr. Clark.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Like I said, they're just like, Shadow Beast.
It almost...
Wait for the next season. I was like, yeah, but the gate's closed.
See, and it's going forward, I'm interested to find out like what they're going to do. I would like to see some type of exploration into the Upside Down or the Nether or whatever it's called.
They delved into that a little bit. They sent somebody through to get the satellite.
I was going to say they were establishing a forward base, and I'm wondering if anybody was stuck on the other side when Elle sealed the gate. I'm wondering if I would like to see some stuff between Elle and Will, where they, she maybe, because I believe he's got some kind of whatever she's got maybe, and they're gonna, the two of them maybe go in there or something like that. I want to see more of Steve and Dustin. I want to see that be a lasting relationship. I loved everything about Hop and Elle.
Yeah.
That fucking warmed and broke my heart at the same time. I like that you get to see a softer Hop.
Yeah.
Just how pumped he is when he finds that record and he starts doing his little boogie dance.
Oh, yeah.
In the cabin, dude. And he's just like, oh, It was, dude, everything about the two of them got me, dude. Just, when he apologizes on the radio and he's, crying in the car and stuff like that because he feels so bad for letting her down. And she's not even there.
Yeah.
But then she hears it and then they have that great moment in the car together. Yeah. I thought that was great. And Mike and his scene is so great. That kid is impressive.
Oh, yeah.
All the kids are impressive, but I really like that scene between Hop and Mike. And because it felt, like I said earlier, it felt like natural. Like he's just a pissed off, dad kind of character. He's just like, I'm not going to fucking listen to this shit. You fucking sit here and throw your tantrum. And then it becomes clear how upset Mike really is at him. And then you get that repentance. I thought that was great, dude.
No, it's good.
I fucking loved it.
Yeah, overall, a lot better than the first one.
Very much better. It's funny saying that because I love the first season so much,
Obviously,
but this one didn't feel as derivative. You caught callbacks, like obviously they're doing aliens when the Demodogs start attacking everybody, and you get the little radar screen with the blips. I was expecting the noise from Aliens radar, and then it was just adding to Burke's presence in here. Yeah. But that was great. Stephen the Kid is fantastic. It's just no one listens to him, but they all think he's cool.
Yeah, he's crazy.
That's badass. I was talking. He's like, he's crazy. He's awesome.
He's awesome. Yeah.
And they're cheering for him when he's fighting Billy, and I'm like, he's not gonna win this fight.
No way.
Steve can kill a monster, but he can't kill a person.
No.
He can't beat up a person. That's one scene that I would have loved to have seen, because when he wakes up in the car, he's got little kid Band-Aids all over his face. I want to see Like, this one looks really bad. We should put a Band-Aid on it. He's got like 2 crisscrossed on his forehead.
His fucking face is just swollen shut.
Dude, he is just beat to shit. When he gets out of the car and he's like, hey, we're not going in there. Like, he can't even talk. He's so fucked up.
Yeah, I really like that whole sequence. Just the kids getting their way and fucking what went down with Billy because he's just like... Because he had a good point.
Oh, yeah.
Because he
we talked about that, yeah.
Because after he asks me, don't cream your pants. And he's just like, looking for my sister. I've told you. She's not here. He's like, here's my problem. I'm looking for her all night. Find her at a stranger's house with you. And you're lying to me about it.
You're like, what do you not understand? And she's not here. And he's like, then who's that?
Yeah, and they're just peeking through the window.
And the kids, oh shit, do you think you get that classic bit? Do you think he saw us? And he's like,
shit.
And then Billy just pushes him over.
Yeah, kicks him in the stomach or whatever.
Yeah, he knees him in the stomach or some shit and then just walks into the house and starts beating the shit out of Lucas. And I want to know, is he a racist or is it just that Lucas is the one kid that he saw and is he identifying trouble accurately? Because technically... all these kids would seem like trouble.
Yeah, I have no idea if they're doing an implied racism thing.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to know more about him and his dad.
I was going to say, you'd have to hear of his fucking dad, probably. But then again, they were there like, oh, and she was going to the dance, so I don't know. I don't know, why he just singled him out like, he's trouble, don't fucking hang out with him.
Yeah.
Weird, I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
I like that we get the implication of what he does when she acts like a bitch, when she's taping her board back.
It's when I started taping the board, I was like, what the hell? And then I was like, oh, he's a dick and breaks her shit.
Yeah, when she acts out, he fucking breaks her shit because he's a piece of shit. Like, I mean, I don't know, dude. You can argue that he is a product of his environment, but I feel like there's way too much, like, already there. Yeah. And it's being kind of encouraged through his abuse.
No, like I said, like, that trope gets me. I'm just like, oh, his dad's a motherfucker. But at the same time, like, he's just, like, a piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't think Billy's a good kid in general. He's just, like, a bad kid going worse.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the dance. The dance fucking got me, dude. Like, from all directions. Steve dropping Dustin off, giving him the pump up speech in the car. Dustin doing his hair as best like Steve as he can, looking fucking dope as hell.
Awesome.
He looked fresh to
killing me there.
He's got that fucking bow tie. And then those fucking catty bitches.
Yeah. He's like, my girl I want's taken. So he's like, I'm gonna put myself out there.
Stacy.
And I was like, dude,
shall we? And I was like, yeah.
It's not cool right now.
Yeah,
why are they doing this?
Making me mad. Yeah, and then Elle shows up, and it's beautiful, dude. It's the music choices outside of the soundtrack, which is fantastic. I love. They definitely had a bigger budget. They had way more songs this time around.
Oh yeah,
and especially just at the ball alone. There's like 4 different songs. But dude, I look forward to what's going to come down the line now with this. I don't know what they're going to do because this one wrapped everything up, but they said they had 3 seasons planned. Yeah. So I'm wondering what season 3 is going to be because this one seemed like, that thing's still there, but how's it going to get through? Like, I mean, there's no gate anymore.
It's going to try to open the gate. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm interested, dude. It's just this show seems to be getting better and better. Yeah. And while building upon what was already solid foundations.
Yeah. They might just focus on a different aspect for a season, or who knows? Yeah.
Who? Well, that was one thing that I thought maybe next season we'll get a totally different story, and it's almost like an anthology kind of thing or something like that. Different monsters, different kids, maybe.
I mean, yeah, they went out of their way to be like, oh, he's still there. I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, dude. I know that I'm looking forward to more of what's going on, man.
Yeah. Plus, they implied that fucking what's his name might still be alive.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was weird, dude. I don't know if that was just
It was really weird. And then I had to think if we saw him die on screen or not.
You see him walk down a hallway, right? And then you just hear
the gunshots, and then you see a bunch of bodies. But I don't know if you ever see him.
Yeah, so that's true. You know, maybe he is still out there. Yeah, popping it up.
Yeah,
fucking Matthew Modine, that son of a bitch.
Yeah. So,
okay, one thing I think would be interesting. I was gonna run this by you, see what you thought. Steve's having trouble figuring out what he wants to do after he leaves. He doesn't want to work for his dad,
yeah.
but he's probably not going to get into college. Do you think that he could become a local cop under Hop, and Hop finally gets a competent deputy?
It's interesting. I mean, it's fucking interesting, man. That's what I'm saying. It might be a different tone, a different. They might focus on different aspects next season. Mm-hmm. The kids in high school and what have you.
Yeah, I imagine there'll be some kind of division within the group.
If Jonathan's even still in the fucking show, but Jonathan...
Yeah, well, Jonathan is currently fighting his legal troubles.
Yeah, exactly. But Steve and Jonathan and presumably fucking Billy not being in school anymore, that's something to look forward to.
Billy looks like he's been held back a couple of
yeah,
years.
right.
Dude. He looks almost like a grown man. Of the 20-year-olds playing high schoolers, he looks like he's well into his 20s.
Yeah, I will say him as an actor, he was not showing his best stuff in the old Power Rangers.
No, dude, that's what I mean. Like, he comes out and he's definitely one of the strongest new characters that isn't a seasoned actor like Paul Reiser or Sean Astin. Yeah, dude. No, I was very impressed by Billy, dude, and I look forward to seeing more of that psycho going forward, dude. I loved this season, dude.
It was really good.
Another niggle I have with the movie is it's 1984. Gremlins came out that summer. Dustin had to have seen Gremlins. But he takes the monster and feeds it. You should have known. Funny.
Dustin was just a fucking idiot, dude.
Dustin's amazing. He's so stupid, but he's lovably stupid.
Yeah.
He's so great. Sumptuous. That's good, right?
Yeah.
I there isn't even Jonathan just disappoints me. Like, I like Jonathan. I want more from him. But there's not a character that I really hate in the show other than everyone in episode 7.
Exactly. than anybody in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chicago.
So yeah.
Yeah, dude, I really don't have much more to say.
Hey, man. Stranger Things, it's fucking dope. Thor Ragnarok, fucking dope.
Watch both.
Yeah, watch both. We're going to be in a little bit of a dry spell if we choose, and very likely choose not to see Justice League.
I definitely don't want to see it, but I know, like we were saying, it could be funny just to go see how quick we can get pissed off.
Yeah, I just don't know how, I'm almost interested in how mad it'll make me.
We could go on a Tuesday.
Could go on. We could just go see it on Discount Tuesday. What's the harm in that? Plus, drink some beer skis. Bada boom.
Have some beer ski at the old.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, whoops.
So anyway, yeah. So I don't know what the next episode to look forward to is, but, and holy shit, if I'm lying, I'm gonna be upset with myself here. We are gonna have episodes of Classic Catch Up and our other shit.
I know.
Coming out. So look forward to that on YouTube on YouTube.com. We're Mighty Fish Productions.
Yes.
We're also on Twitch, twitch.tv/Mighty Fish Productions.
We need to get
We're on Twitter.
On
yes, we do. We're on Twitter at Mighty Fish Pod.
Yep.
And you can find us on all major podcasting apps, including iTunes and the Google Play Store. Google Play Music, I guess.
Google Play.
Whatever. Google Play. There you go.
Google something.
Stitcher. Whatever the fuck you use. You know how podcasts work.
Yeah, you know how they work.
But yeah, look for us on YouTube. I don't know what the next podcast is going to be, but look forward to other content finally. It's happening. So, more than likely, we're also coming up on a month away from a new Star Wars. So
yeah.
we might have a wild speculation podcast on that.
That would
because
be fun. That would be fun. Didn't we? We did it for Force Awakens, didn't we?
We started this a little after Force Awakens.
That's right. Yeah. Shit. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So, anything else you want to say, Josh? Cover it.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys.
I got nothing. Yeah.
This has been a fun one.
Yeah.
It's good to get some good stuff in.
Yeah, I enjoyed...
Not the Mummy.
Or Happy Death Day.
Or Happy Death Day. All right, y'all. Stay frosty.
Ladies.